Working with ink can be a wonderful introduction to art, especially if you're feeling a little bit intimidated by how you might go about making your art. Ink is very forgiving. When you're working with inks, they actually do most of the work for you. It's a good place to start with a blank piece of paper, a few colours, dropping the ink into water or another colour, pushing it around a little bit with a brush, and you can see that they work themselves. You can use a straw to blow your colours, drop new colours on. Try and not get too hung up with what you're actually painting. Just explore the colours, the medium, let the water do the work, let the ink do the work. Keep it nice and wet and fluid, remembering to wash your brush between colours or you'll end up with a lot of muddy colour. Spray water onto it. You can even put ink in a spray bottle and spray it, but by spraying water onto the ink, you're pushing it. And it's the accidents that you're looking for. It's the happy accidents, the things you're not expecting to happen. They'll be the little gems that you'll find, and we'll explore how to show them to the best of their ability very, very soon. Keep pushing. Let your brush strokes show. You want lots of different intensities of colour. You want some soft colour as well as very strong colours. Leave some white areas because that allows your colour to pop. Don't get too many different colours in one spot or you'll end up with mud. And the blowing through the straw actually creates unusual lines. Be very careful of when you stop. Don't overdo it. That's how you pick up excess ink. If you get too much in one spot, squeeze your brush out, place it on where you want to pick up the ink, and then squeeze it into some paper towel, lifting the ink and the water off the page. All sorts of interesting colour combinations have occurred. Colour combinations that you probably would never have thought of or deliberately set out to make. This image was made with 4 different coloured inks, and they were just dropped straight onto the paper or into water or sprayed. There was no pre-mixing. It was just whatever happened. As the paper dries, as the work dries, you get some interesting watermarks and it actually changes. And this is when we start selecting areas that we like. The whole thing all at once doesn't do anything, but when you mask off with a frame areas, you'll find things that you like. You'll find lots of small areas that are great for doing greeting cards. You'll find that different parts of the paper that you've just made look completely different. The smaller ones, as I said, are good for greeting cards. You might like to put a few together. The larger one there will go into a frame. Anything looks better when it's framed. And behind glass protects the work. These little greeting cards, the bigger the whites around, the more important the tiny little piece of work looks. Here's one that's been framed with some double frames, gold and black. There's one where 3 pieces have been put together. Lots of different possibilities. This one has been augmented with the use of a bit of a pencil. I had a pencil that was exactly the same colour as some of the ink combinations, and I just randomly dragged it across to imitate that watermark that was there, and then mounted it with gold, black, and onto a card. So unwind and relax and enjoy working with ink.